Hi Sag, welcome back to our channel. Whoever clicked on this reading, you are about to enter your season of love in confidence. I do have some cards that I pulled to start off your reading, so I do want to read the excerpts for each card, and we're going to do that right now. All right, Sag, so the first card that I have here for you is the Angel of Love. We also have the Sun. We pulled a man holding a coin. And last, we have the Angel of Strength. All right, so let's start from the beginning with the Angel of Love. What does that mean for you, Sag? So the Angel of Love talks about tender connections. This beautiful angel comes with roses, her hair. Oh, sorry. This beautiful angel comes with roses in her hair and rose-colored wings. She holds a rose quartz heart, radiating tender and loving vibrations, bringing you compassion and affection. If you're looking for new love, this angel brings a message of its upcoming approach. Or if you are longing for a deeper, more intimate connection with someone already in your life, she's here to say that far greater tenderness is available to you. Either way, remember that your first intention for tenderness must be directed inward, and the compassion that you demonstrate towards yourself will influence the energetic potential of these events in a significant way. The angel of love is smiling on you and forging connections in this energetic realm. Okay, so there's love coming in, but first it starts with self love, right? And if you have a connection that you want to evolve deeper, that is happening. If you're open to new love is definitely on its way towards you. All right, let's talk about the sun. Let me pull up that part. Okay, the sun. This card brings new beginnings and great creativity. The sun brings blessings to the earth, and this card portends blessings in your own life as well. Just as the sun nurtures the earth, bringing new life in the spring and summer, this is your time for new beginnings. The onset of a nurturing new light in your life, the light of divine inspiration and personal growth. This card often marks a time of great creativity, bringing the culmination of an important new project, such as the birth of a baby, or the writing or publication of a book, or even the birth of a new you. Now is the time to put your energy into expressing your truth and vision. Visualize the light of divine love pouring into your heart and mind like the rays of the sun, bringing inspiration, growth, and abundant blessings. See the future that you want to create and know the sun is shining on your intentions now. All right, beautiful card. I love that with the sun. Okay. Next card we have here is man holding a coin. Let me go to that one for you guys as well. Okay, man holding a coin. All right. Man holding a coin. Male connection in money, health, or value. This card shows a man sitting in a lushly flowering field holding a large bright coin. For men, for my masculines watching, this could indicate an aspect of yourself and a readiness to further your goals and receive increased health, money, or value in your life. Greater success is on its way when you take control of your own finances and act. Okay, so for my masculines, definitely having more value in your life, more money flowing in, and you have a responsibility to holding more wealth. Okay, so that's what you're about to enter. And this card upright could also reveal the assistance of a financial advisor or a healer whom you already know or are soon to meet. This man is helpful and may bring sage advice concerning the action you need to take next. Be open to this person, showing up with support, but always turn to your own intuitive guidance to weigh the information that you receive. This could also signify a new love interest with a wealthy man or a man from work. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So that's man holding a coin. Last card we have here is Angel of Strength. Let me find that one for you guys as well, and then we'll jump into the reading. All right, Angel of Strength, personal power and inner strength. This amazing angel brings the news that this is a time of increasing power for you. It's not the time to be passive or submissive, but to speak your truth and take action on your own behalf. You are capable of taking greater control and directing your own destiny. For the power that comes from within reaches out to the universe and beyond. Inner strength and unlimited resourcefulness flow through you at this time, helping you to create real results. Call upon this wonderful angel and on your own inner resourcefulness to bring you the focus and resolve to do what's necessary in order to make your dreams a reality. All right, so beautiful message all the way through. We see some of the themes that are about to emerge in your life, what is working with you at this time, what's guiding you. Definitely have new love coming in or deeper love unfolding for you. I definitely want to tell you, because of the sun and the angel of strength, to look out for a Leo. Leo energy could be very important for you right now, whether you're stepping into your Leo energy or you're calling in a Leo type individual towards you, okay? So let's see what needs to come out for you. Give me some messages for my Saggies on this Sunday. What do they need to know about this that's happening in their life at this time? What do they need to know? All right, we have the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. We also have the Nine of Cups. All right, so there definitely is a partnership coming in for you. Definitely someone who's resourceful, someone who's reliable, someone who is dependable, someone who works with you and not against you. I also see collaborations, group efforts happening for you. You definitely have a lot of influence or a lot of say so with the Nine of Cups. There's something that's making you very emotionally happy or pleased with just how maybe collaborations could be going right now. Even at work, you may be getting a lot of achievements that are making you feel very proud. You definitely are being spoiled in group efforts, collaboration, partnerships, and also in your career. Okay, so those are the highlights of your life right now. Could be friendships, could be business partnerships, could be love, but more so like a partner, not just a lover. And also in your career, whatever you do for work, there's a lot of things to be pleased about that are coming your way, okay? I definitely feel like in career, you're definitely making a lot of strides. You could have groups coming towards you versus just people. So if you work with clients or you're client facing, you may see that word of mouth is working in your favor. What do you call that? Recommendations, references are working in your favor. You may see that you're getting an influx of customers or clientele in a group type of way, okay? So look out for that. Whatever you do for work, if you're an entrepreneur, business owner, whatever you do, something about group work is going to really be a big part of your success right now. If you work a 9 to 5, you work under a company, I definitely feel like group efforts, group projects, group or collaborations are definitely going to be pleasing you. You could have the right people around you, people who, do their work. They don't need too much micromanaging. People who inspire you as you inspire them. There's a lot of like two heads are better than one type of energy here. And it's a very beautiful partnership or collaboration. Okay. So I see that's what's making you very, very happy. Even in your friend groups, your inner circle, everyone could really be focused on their goals right now, which is making you very pleased. It's not like drama, it's not gossip, it's not like, focusing on things that just don't matter in life. I do see a lot of shared values and morals and even traditions here for you. And something is making you very happy. This could be a big influx from what you've been dealing with, okay? That's what I'm seeing here. Here goes that man with a coin. So if you're masculine, you're making a lot of money, but that also comes with a greater deal of responsibility, or how you can invest, how you can make your money stretch or multiply. And that's something that you could be working through right now, and you're being asked to take action. Do not sit on your ideas. Don't sit on your intuition, okay? So it's really a time for you to multiply the blessings financially that are coming towards you. Those of you who are feminines, or even if you're masculine, there could be someone that's going to be working with you, a partner that obviously has some financial resources. They may have financial wisdom that you'll be working with really soon. And this also could be love for a lot of you as well. Okay, what I get with that Leo energy, since Leo is a fixed sign, there's a lot of loyalty, there's a lot of devotion, there's a lot of stable energy coming towards you through some type of union or group effort. What I'm seeing happening for you right now is the Eight of Cups. You are moving away from something that doesn't emotionally serve you anymore. This could even be in certain environments, in certain connections, maybe even passions, projects that you picked up a while back. You no longer feel attached to these things anymore, and it's pushing you to separate yourself, or even to be a nomad and walk away and find something new. Seek up your next adventure, seek up your next home, okay? So there's a lot of moving away from things that you no longer feel, I don't know, moved by. You don't feel moved by these connections anymore. You don't feel moved in this environment. You're going towards creativity. You're going to energies or situations that inspire you, and you're leaving behind something that has not, fueled a lot of inspiration, or just you don't feel the same way that you used to feel anymore emotionally, okay? So you're listening to yourself. You're like, I'm not really into this anymore. And you're making that movement to go towards something more interesting. All right, tell me about the Eight of Cups for my Saggies watching. What is the Eight of Cups? A lot of you guys feel very dull or bored, right? Because even like upon starting the video, I feel kind of like blah today. I know it's a Sunday, but I feel very blah. So something is making you feel very bored, or you feel very dull, and you're learning, I don't have to sit in this. I can go find what interests me. I can go find what sparks my creativity. Even if that has to be like in connections and friendships, family, at work, or even in love, you're going towards something that just leads you to better fulfillment, okay? Especially with that Nine of Cups. You want to feel emotionally fulfilled, and something has just left you emotionally drained, or it's just not doing much for you anymore. What's the Eight of Cups? All right, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay, wow. All right, so let's start with the Ten of Swords in reverse. A lot of you guys are coming out of a very maybe devastating time. You went through a really harsh ending, whether you had to end something yourself or something just ended all of a sudden for you. You're no longer beating a dead horse. You're no longer revisiting old cycles, trying to revive what has left your life, purposely, which is really good. The best thing with the Ten of Swords in reverse is like coming out of a depressive energy. So if you've been sad for a long time, if you've been doubtful, maybe even insecure, maybe just less confident, because you are stepping into a season of confidence, that is now coming to an end, and you're starting to feel like yourself again. You're getting your mojo back with that Ten of Swords in reverse, okay? That's what I'm seeing here. As you're moving away from something, you're starting to get your confidence back, your mojo back. As you continue to move away from whatever that is for you, Sag, you will see how it was dimming your light in some significant way. That you needed to move away, get away, to be able to find happiness, to find confidence, creativity, self-expression. And you're starting to feel more like yourself as we're moving through March, okay? You also have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So a lot of you guys, it was more so a thing of like all the effort that you put into a situation that you didn't want to leave it behind. I was very patient for this to grow. I put in so much effort, repetitive action, long months, long years trying to develop something. But now you're feeling more okay with walking away with that, walking away from that, knowing that there has to be better out there. Something wasn't growing because it wasn't meant for you. Okay, these are what these two cards are telling me here. Something wasn't growing for you because it wasn't meant for you. Something didn't have forward movement or progress because it wasn't meant for you. And you're finally at a place where you recognize that and you receive that. So it's easier for you to walk away now and you feel positive walking towards the other direction or taking another path. All right. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse, okay? Something you're no longer receptive to, like whatever this is. Say it's like a past relationship. This person could be really trying to play on guilt for you, maybe walking away, being done, washing your hands of something. With that Queen of Swords, you used to be receptive. You could have been totally done with something. It could have left a really nasty taste in your mouth, a bad taste in your mouth. It could have left you very bitter, jaded, but you were still receptive to it. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, this is like shutting it all down and no longer being receptive to reviving something that you know is not for you, okay? So you are really setting some strong boundaries here. You have strategy, but this is more so of action. It's like it's too much planning ahead. Now it's time to actually make your first movement and you're really done with this situation. If this is a romantic situation, this is an ex that you are not going to recycle. If this was like maybe a lifestyle that used to make you happy but no longer is making you happy anymore, you're really done with it. You've seen why it cannot continue in your life. You don't feel emotionally moved by this anymore and you're really ready to nail in the coffin, be done with whatever this is, okay? And I feel like a big part of that is your intuition. You have the High Priestess here. So, a big part of the reason that you're able to walk away right now could be secrecy, moving in silence, moving strategically. It also could be your intuition, following your gut instead of ignoring your gut, knowing that your intuition is different from fear. All right. So if your intuition is pushing you to do something, not doubting yourself and actually going with that. You also have a lot of secret knowledge, like occult knowledge. Okay. So you understand how the world works, but you also understand how the spiritual world works, and you're moving with what your path, your destiny, what your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, or even God is pushing you to do. And that's making you very confident to move forward here. So you are spinning your own wheel. You have the Wheel of Fortune here. Things are about to look up for you in a very significant way. You have a lot of luck. You have a lot of positive change coming towards you, but you're the one who spin the wheel. You're the one who force this will forward, okay? Something has to be better than what you were dealing with before. All right, so you are ready for change is what I'm seeing. Tell me about the High Priestess. You are ready for change. You still have a very reserved spirit. I feel like that's going to change because you have a lot of sun energy. So pretty soon, instead of being super reserved or held back, you are going to be in a place where you're feeling positive about expressing yourself more, being bolder, showing your creative aspect, and also being more happier. With that High Priestess, this is like a very solemn energy, staying to yourself. It could be a little moody at times, but you're moving out of the moon and towards the sun. So tell me about the High Priestess. All right, Eight of Pentacles in reverse and a Knight of Swords. This is you. You're done playing perfect, right? You almost wanted in the past something to be perfect for you to move forward. You were really putting out a lot of effort to perfect maybe your lifestyle, your habits, your routine, to perfect a project. Maybe if you're starting a new business, maybe if it was, thinking about being a parent, you wanted to perfect yourself before you entered parenthood, and now you're realizing how that was just stopping your momentum. Okay, so you're coming out of perfectionist attitude and you're seizing some type of opportunity very soon. You're realizing I don't have to have all the answers to move forward. Sometimes it's just an inner knowing, and I have to trust that inner knowing. Okay, so I really like that about you. Coming out of perfectionist attitude, moving towards your gut feeling, and seizing an opportunity before it's a missed opportunity. Really good. I got this energy of you feeling very bored. Okay, this is the Four of Cups. I got this energy of you feeling very bored, feeling like life was dull. Maybe opportunities would come towards you, but you just didn't feel moved by them. And you're coming out of that. You're coming out of that boredom. All right. Life is about to get so much more interesting, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. Maybe there was just a little bit of a waiting period, and that waiting period could have been you taking action. So now that you're taking action, now that you're trusting divine, you're having more faith about your future, you're able to make actions that are changing this narrative of life being dull or boring. I'm telling you, you may not feel it right now. You may not have a lot of faith in this, but life is about to be much more fun and interesting. One thing about the sun, and also Leo energy, it's childlike, it's playful, it's innocence. So, as adults, sometimes we are just too mature to even just let our hair down. But with that sun energy coming in, I do see a lot more playfulness in your life that's going to make you enjoy life a little bit more. Okay, have a lot more interesting or thrilling days, more fun coming into your life, fun connections, fun work life and career. Everything doesn't have to be cookie cutter all the time. Funner lifestyle, funner home life, whatever it is, you're having fun with it. Okay, so this boredom, this dullness will not stay for much longer. Things are about to change any minute now. Wheel of Fortune. Let's see how this wheel is moving forward for you. How are you becoming more lucky, and how is destiny working in your favor? There's a lot of blessings and positivity that's coming towards you with that sun. How is that unfolding? What's happening here? Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune for my Saggies. Your luck is happening behind the scenes. Okay, so it makes sense that you're not seeing this happen. You're not getting any signs because we do have the Seven of Swords here. Okay, so I feel like almost like, these energies the universe is pushing into your life is happening behind the scenes. It's sneaking around you. All right, there's opportunities that are just going to pop up out of nowhere. So be ready for that. If you dealt with someone who's, this is the card of theft, okay? A lot of you guys dealt with some type of theft in the past, whether it was like identity fraud, okay? Or if someone actually stole property or money from you, or someone stole your joy, if someone stole what you thought was your prime, your best years, that is being returned to you with that Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Swords. I also see like something not landing correctly, and then that's when the wheel is moving forward for you. So this could be like a false connection, a new connection for those of you who are singles. There could be a new connection coming in, and then it's falling short. Ace of Cups in reverse. You're realizing this is not for me. This is not what I wanted. So it's almost like you feel like the door is opening. You reach out for that opportunity and something's failing. Okay, but that is the catalyst or the activation that is also like your what is it called, that's your sign, your signal that something real and unique is coming towards you. This could even be like about like job, work. Maybe you started something new, a new project, and you realizing this didn't really make me happy. Okay, so you're letting that go and you're moving on to the next. There's something about like commitment, which is interesting because you have love coming towards you. So obviously there's commitment here. You have money coming towards you, which is going to require commitment. But I almost feel like a lot of my Saggies watching, you were committed to the wrong things that weren't committed back to you. Okay. So that's leaving your life. Any false commitments that you were making that you knew you weren't happy, but you felt like maybe this is the right thing to do. That narrative is falling out of your life here. A lot of you guys were hoodwinked almost, right? Something looked good on paper, but it just wasn't all that. And so you're releasing that back to where it came from, and then the real good stuff starts to come towards you. We have this is the Seven of Swords. Wait, no, it's not. This is the Six of Swords. All right, relocation. Some of you guys could be moving. Maybe a change of space could be really refreshing for you. If you're not moving anytime soon or relocating, this is just the universe picking you up from where you were and dropping you into a new reality. You have a much better reality coming towards you. Something that's safer for you, something that is less chaos, less drama, taking you away from the false narratives, the false opportunities, the false people, and moving you towards better, okay? Like the light at the end of the tunnel. Also, with this card, it almost looks like someone is starting fresh, starting over. So you had a false start recently, and you're being pushed to a real beginning, something that's grounded and stable and permanent. All right. So, right now there's so many things that are just not happening, and it can make you really doubt where you're headed. And you have to be careful of that because you do have the Eight of Swords. You also have the Hermit. So, because life could be dull, because there's been a lot of false starts, you may even want to prompt yourself to going back within. But I don't feel like that's the right thing. I don't feel like I'm speaking to someone who you're being pushed to be the hermit because you have the sun here. Those things don't connect. And also, when it comes to love, how can you find love in your four walls? So I feel like this is what you thought was about to happen. You thought you're about to have an Eight of Swords moment, a moment of fear, doubt, maybe self-sabotage. You don't want to go for anything because everything feels false. And you also may have felt like, okay, I'm just going to be alone right now. But I feel like that's false, like the false narratives are dropping for you. Okay, so I'm urging you not to become the Eight of Swords, the Hermit, just because life feels blah. All right, just wait. If you have patience, very soon you're going to see how March is a turning point for you. What's the Eight of Swords? Again, I'm getting a lot of false starts. We had the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you guys started a job and you had to quickly get up out of there because it just wasn't what it was caked up to be. Some of you guys, these are connections coming towards you that you thought were promising, but they proved themselves not to be. There's been a lot of false starts that could be very discouraging on your soul. But I'm telling you, it's not lasting. Something's changing like this with that Wheel of Fortune. I can see why you may have a lot of fear or doubt about moving forward, but that's what you're being called to do. A lot of these false starts are almost like teaching you to trust your intuition. Okay, so these could be lessons coming in, not really like, what your life is supposed to be like. These could just be lessons of you to always follow your gut, follow your intuition, being more sure of yourself. King of Wands in reverse, you're at a place now, Sag, where you feel like you don't want to chase after this new beginning. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If not, then I guess I'll just be the hermit. And I feel like that's the wrong attitude. Right now, you do need to be a go-getter. Right now, you do need to be a self-starter because the sun is bringing in a lot of new possibilities for you. You also need to have strength, right? You have the angel of strength on your side. Strength is about bravery and courage. It's about discipline, commitment. But it's also about resilience. How are you able to bounce back from adversity? How are you able to bounce back after the disappointment of false starts? Are you strong or do you consider yourself weak? Okay, because weakness in this lifetime, especially for a Sagittarius, you won't really enjoy your life. You have to be strong to be able to bounce back from adversity to get to the place that you know you deserve. And I think that's so important. Someone here needs to hear that, not to give up. Don't give up on yourself. What's the Hermit? A lot of people have taken from you, Sag, and left you with nothing. Lots of takers have come into your life. Okay? You could have believed in a false narrative. Ace of Swords in reverse. You could have believed in a false truth, something that wasn't true. It was a lie about yourself, and maybe you felt like you deserved certain things that you didn't. I see the card of End of Greed, which means that The people who have taken from you, the people who have been thieves, taking your identity, taking your ideas, taking time from you, valuable time. That's coming to an end, but you almost don't believe any of these things. You do have this energy of pessimism that is just unusual for Sagittarius. That is one of the most optimistic signs. That's something that you have to be strong to move past. You can't sit in that narrative because that will become your narrative, you know? You have to almost be a little bit delusional and believe that all of this happened for something much greater to get to that end. Okay? You already are repositioning yourself. You're already being moved away from these environments, these entities, these situations, these connections. So something good has to come if you're already throwing out the trash. You know what I'm saying? When you throw out the trash, the air gets cleaner. And I do see that happening for you, but you cannot be so pessimistic. That's not going to help you. You got to come out of the victim mindset. Yes, you are victimized, right? But would you rather be the victim or the winner? You know, you can't sit in that narrative. You have to be the self-starter. You have to activate your King of Wands, Queen of Wands energy to get to the better narrative, the better outcome. All right? A lot of this has to do with environment. We have find your tribe in reverse. A lot of this had to do with your environment. If you've already moved your environment, like you're not frequenting the same places anymore, you've evolved or grown from that. If you have maybe changed your inner circle, you change who and who cannot and who can have access to you. If you moved recently, you already are 10 steps ahead of this new lifestyle that's coming towards you. That was the first step. All right. You had the wrong social circle, the wrong environment. You know, the people that you trusted and you consider to be your safe place, you have changed that mindset and you're moved out of that. So that already shows that there's a lot of possibilities opening up for you. What I do not like to see here is like an energy of getting down on yourself, feeling so victimized that you kind of just sit in your shit. That's not what you want to do here. Life could be boring or dull, maybe because, you know, right now it feels like with your attitude, you may not be ready for this new thing, for this new wealth, for this new love, because you're so pessimistic, a little jaded. So it's time to refresh your mind and enjoy yourself. You know, in this short period of solitude that you're having, enjoy that, because very soon you have some type of partnership or collaboration coming towards you very soon. You have new love coming towards you. You have more money coming towards you. So if you are going to be sitting in solitude right now, at least enjoy it. Don't be so down on yourself with that energy. Before we go, let's talk about who's coming towards you. All right. Tell me about this energy. Angel of love. Man holding a coin. Sun energy. Who's coming towards my Sagittariuses that they may not see yet? Death card. Scorpio. Two of Swords, Libra energy. Queen of Wands. Empress, okay? Whoever's coming towards you, they have a big transformation. This is the type of person that, like, if you pull out their yearbook and you look at who they used to be, it's a big difference from who's standing before you, okay? This person has been through deeply transformative chapters in their life, okay? This person understands loss, by the way. So the same way that you feel the theft energy of people taking from you, taking your precious time, taking your most prime years that you think, taking money from you, property, taking opportunities from you. This person understands loss as well with the death card, okay? So they have an understanding about where you've been through, what you've been through, and where you're coming from. This person has a deep knowledge on Scorpio energy, lessons and evolution, transformation, having to give up things even when you don't have an understanding of why I need to give it up. They also understand what it's like to be on the other side and seeing how the universe gives them new opportunities, bigger blessings, achievement, success, better lifestyle. Okay, so this person is deeply transformative, and that could also be the reason that they're coming towards you with the death card. They're here to transform maybe your mindset, your perception. They're here to transform your love life. They're here to transform your finances. Okay, with the death card being here. What else can you tell me about that death card energy? Hangman. This person is here to push you out of hangman energy. Change your perception, change your mindset, your world's view. They're here to push you out of stagnancy. If you've been very stagnant in a certain category of your life, whether that's financially, career wise, maybe even getting back out there, maybe even your identity with that death card. Someone's here to push you out of that stagnancy or just being stuck. Yeah, we have King of Wands. So this is someone who matches your energy of being high energy, lots of vitality for life. They see the purpose of living life and getting up and going every day. They could be someone who chases after their dreams, they chase after their goals. They're not a lazy energy. This is someone who will be very persistent towards you. This is the chaser of the zodiac. I mean, not the zodiac, of the tarot. So, someone who's very persistent, someone who has far reach. They have a lot of influence. This is someone who's very charismatic. This is someone very handsome, very beautiful, or sexy, with the King of Wands. But this is definitely a go-getter who's coming towards you and helping you to step into your own self-starter, self-activation energy or your prophecy. We also have the Two of Swords here. This person is to help you with indecision, okay? Because you've been through what you've been through, there's a lot of doubt when it comes to making big decisions in your life, going after things, trying new things, stepping into new adventures, new lifestyles. That could be a effect that was given after being disappointed so many times, where you may have, really struggled with self-trust. And this person's going to help you to be more decisive with that Two of Swords. Tell me about the Two of Swords here. They're going to help you also to calm your mind when it comes to too many outside opinions. If that's something that really has bothered you, whether you have very opinionated family, you have very opinionated friends, at work, you care about the opinions of others, they're going to help you to tune out that outside noise and make decisions for yourself. What's the Two of Swords? Yeah, Hermit. When you start to get very indecisive, you want to hide or you want to go within. And I feel like that's not the way, because that just creates this cycle of self-sabotage. So someone definitely will pull you out the house more, will get you out the house socially more, maybe even travels or trips coming up between you and this person, but they definitely are going to get you out of these four walls. Okay, so that's very important for this next chapter, is that you be seen with the sun, that you express yourself more with the sun. Four Swords, again, you've been reflecting too much. You've been overthinking a lot, You've been sitting still too long. And now it's time for you to take action to get your deepest desires. Whatever you desire in this lifetime, you can have, but it takes consistency. It also takes action, just that first step. So someone's here to wake you up, maybe even wake you up to your potential or wake you up about who the hell you are, all right? And I do see that with the Queen of Wands or even the King of Wands, whoever's coming towards you. If this is a feminine, doesn't matter. This person's a true leader. Even with the King of Wands, Queen of Wands, they're a true leader. They're very expressive. They are very optimistic. They are self-starters. They're go-getters. And this person's going to activate that in you. Also, when it comes to your charm, your charisma, and your looks, someone activates that in you. Maybe you have been dismissing how beautiful you are, how handsome you are, how great of a speaker you are, your charisma, your humor. You haven't really been leaning into that. Someone awakes that within you as well. Tell me about the Queen of Wands. It's like you forgot who you were, Sag, and this person is here to remind you of that. Everything that you're capable of. Tell me about the Queen of Wands. Seven of Cups. Helps you again to come out of indecision, because the Seven of Cups talks about having so many ideas, so many ways to go, so many options, but just feeling maybe overwhelmed with your options, not trusting yourself to know which cup to pick up. So this person helps you with that. They also help you out of delusion. You've been delusional about yourself in a negative way. And they're here to show you that's not how you're being perceived by the outside world. So you need to stop believing in those negative things as well. Also, Seven of Cups is a card of desires. So when it comes to your desires, and if you just consider them to be just that, desires but not reality, someone's here to show you you can have those things. Three of Wands, to look at the bigger picture, to know that you're meant to have expansion and growth, forward movement. This person's going to help you navigate those desires that you feel like are so far away. This person is very generous, with their time, with their effort, with their energy, with their love, with their resources, their finances. They're here to help you, because you have fallen, you've fallen off in some way. You're not really stepping into your power of who the hell you are. This person's here to reveal that to you, to make that totally visible to you. There's a lot of playfulness between you and this person, of not taking life so seriously, having more fun in life. All right, and helps you to not be so guarded. Last, we have the Empress. This person is here to make you a wife or a husband. Okay, I think we talked about that in the last reading. I definitely feel like that is coming up for you with the Empress energy. This person's help is here to help you grow what you're birthing right now. If you're birthing a whole new way that you tackle your career, and you're about to have a lot of achievements, they're helping you to grow and expand that and not doubt yourself. If you are birthing more money into your life, you're getting ready for more abundance. This person's here to help you grow that and not fall short of that. Even if it's the birth of a child, parenthood, that's coming up for you. This person's here to reaffirm that you're capable. Empress energy. There's something between you and this person that whatever you guys focus on will turn into gold. It will multiply and expand in a major way. Tell me about the Empress. Some of you guys already know what this is, because, different people, different timelines. And I can think about a Sagittarius masculine that I know that I kind of played matchmaker with, but is now in a very beautiful connection with a really great person. So some of you guys, you are seeing this happening right now. Some of you guys, you just have a little bit longer to wait, but it is unfolding in March for you. And I just feel like there's this disbelief when it happens. Tell me about the Empress. We have the Nine of Cups. Desire, the things that you desire, the things that are going to make you happy, you will have that very soon. And the Nine of Cups is an energy of being spoiled, and catered upon by the universe or even this person. So someone's putting you on a pedestal. Someone sees you as their dream guy, their dream girl. And maybe you didn't even really feel like you could be anyone's dream guy or dream girl, but you will be. Nine of Cups is the energy of you feeling like, you're able to really indulge in the fun things of life, the things that make you smile. All right. So there's a lot of really great things coming towards you where you're going to feel more reassured. This person's going to spoil you. Even if you're in a connection and maybe love between you and this person has been kind of lackluster, dull, someone's about to show you how much they care about you and how much they want a forward movement with you. And so love is deepening here. All right, last card for the Empress of who's coming towards you. Six of Swords, transitional energy. You have to know that you're in a transition, right? So a lot of things are not making sense, and it's going to take time for you to adapt to even the good things happening. There's a lot of changes coming towards you with the Wheel of Fortune. And even if it's good things, it takes people time to feel grounded in the good things, to believe that this has permanence and longevity. It's not fleeting, it's not here today, gone tomorrow. And so it takes some adjustment. And you have to trust that adjustment, you know? It may feel uncomfortable at first, even getting to know someone new. It may feel uncomfortable for this person to get close to you. You know, there could be a fear of intimacy, but you have to follow the course and see it through. You know, don't be someone who self sabotages this next chapter because it's a really, really positive one. What's one thing that you need to know about this person coming towards you, how you could pinpoint them, anything significant? Eight of Cups. They will tell you how they moved away from something that wasn't for their highest good. Okay, and they did it very easily, you think, right? They're going to tell you, oh, yeah, I just left this company because, I wasn't feeling happy there, so I had to make a readjustment. This person already has a backup plan, or they already landed in their new energy. They could be talking about a past relationship. They could be talking about moving out of their hometown. They could be talking about leaving a job. They could be talking about leaving a friend group. And the way they talk about it is as if it's so easy. Now, the reason that this person trusts themselves enough to make such strong decisions like that is because they're the death card. They've been through many endings and transformations. They have now been accustomed to change, that they even enforce change where they don't feel grounded or safe. And so that's something that's going to inspire you. This person's story about moving away from something that you may have felt like would have been difficult for you, but it seemed easy peasy to them. Okay. All right. Let's see some messages to end this off. What does Sagittarius need to know at this time? Give me some messages. What do they need to know at this time? Let's do 3 cards for you, Sag. What do you need to know at this time? All right. I want to talk about on the bottom of the deck, because a lot of you guys are stepping into parenthood or new parenthood. You know, maybe you're already a parent, but babies are really significant from this reading. And this talks about on the bottom of the deck, Damara. Okay. This says guiding children. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skill to help children now. That's significant for some of you who have been doubting maybe teacher capabilities, raising children, nurturing children. Am I good enough to be a parent? That's your confirmation that you are, okay? All right, we have Kuan Yin. This is the card of compassion. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. All right, so that's something to focus on right now. We have Mother Mary. This says to expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Have faith. Last card we have is Era Kura, if I'm saying that correctly. This talks about blossoming. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself in the process and do not give up. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this Sunday reading, a much needed reading for you. Make sure to like the video, comment down below if you feel called to, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on your next Sagittarius reading happening soon. Thank you for all the love, guys, all the support. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys on Monday. All right, bye.